And as everyone knows, this meeting is recorded. We do have this put up on the archive and chopped apart in many different ways. And, you know, I always used to say, don't say anything you don't want your grandmother to hear. Just be careful with all of this. We do try and respect everyone's privacy who comes to these meetings. And at the same time, we need to be aware of what's going on. So we're going to talk a little bit about social media. And we're going to get into all that in a second. Let me just get you some interesting stats that I thought you should know about. Let me just see here. Stop that, Ed. Okay, so some of them, a significant portion of realtors use social media for business. 97% of real estate agents use social media in their business. I don't know who that 3% is. It's kind of like that commercial. Remember the commercial, 4 out of 5 dentists surveyed recommend sugar with scum, and you always wondered who was the 5th one that said just eat sugar. That's kind of where we're at with this thing. 57% of realtors use social media daily to promote their business. I want to hear from all of you about what you're doing. Social media generates leads and business for realtors. 47% of realtors say social media results in the highest quality leads compared to other sources. And I could send all of you this, the sightings of all this, but just for now, it's an interesting statistic. 44% of real estate agents saying they gained new clients from social media posts, 38, and that was in 2022. So the survey's probably changed. 38% of real estate agents' clients came from social media, and that was in 2021. Okay, so it's gone up in the years. 46% of realtors agree that social media is the best tool for generating quality leads. And at the same time, there's some downside to it, and we'll talk about that. According to the National Association of Realtors, in 2021, only 2% of realtors received business directly from their social media. Again, that was a survey that NAR did. So there's there's controversy in all of this. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just trying to give you the news that's out there. 59% of realtors agree social media is very or somewhat important. 82% of reported their primary goal in business growth in 2021 was improved by their social media presence. And 89% of real estate agents use Facebook for business. We're going to talk about that and some other tools that are out there. So again, pretty important. There's a lot of stuff that you need to know about it. First of all, let's just, you know, jump forward before I pick on you know, anyone randomly. And we're going to just go in some order here. I want to know who is using social media right now on a daily, but not just like their kids and all this, but who thinks that they're using social media for the growth of their business? Okay, we got a couple of hands. Orion, hey, okay, I met you by phone. Can I pick on you, Orion? I promise I won't be mean. You got to unmute yourself.
Only if you promise.
Only I do promise. First of all, tell everyone who you are and where you are, Orion.
Well, hi everyone. My name is Orion Harari, and I'm a realtor here in Western North Carolina in Asheville area.
Okay.
I'm with Eagle & Volkers. I've been in America for 4.5 years and learning all about what it is to be an American. So as you can hear from my accent, it's different. I'm French, Israeli, Australian in that order, and lived in Japan. I speak 4 languages. Well, the respective ones from the countries that I was in: Hebrew, English, French, and Japanese.
Wow.
And that's it. That's about me.
So good. Thank you for that. I'm going to get into you a little bit more because I think that's fascinating. But as far as your business, what are you doing on social media right now? What do you think is helping you?
I not every day, but I consistently, at least 2 to 3 times a week, post on either Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn.
Okay.
Recently, I've been more concentrating on LinkedIn because I understand there is better quality and more serious people are there. I'm trying to learn more about how to manage LinkedIn to generate more leads. I did get 1 lead from there out of the blue. It landed on me and I went like, wow, that works. So I'm interested to further do that. Okay. With Instagram, it demands too much. Facebook demands a lot as well. LinkedIn is more better paced for me.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about what the demand is in a minute because part of this meeting is going up with the different tricks. Most of you feel completely overwhelmed. I don't even need to ask that question because all of you call me and say, how the hell am I going to get all this stuff up? When I've got just so many other things going on in my life here. Um, but I'm just curious to see, Orion, before we move on. And again, I love the name, love the constellation. What, what is the content that you're putting up multiple times a week on these platforms?
It will be either value-driven content like market reports or some kind of tidbit. What is due diligence? How do you deal with due diligence in North Carolina? Or what does it mean? What is an inspection? Something like that. If I have a listing or if I have a buyer that's about to close, and I'll do that as well, just to show that there is activity, that I do work and not just post nice stuff.
Okay.
And I also do comment. I look for places to comment, to like, to interact with other realtors, to give them feedback as well. Like, how do you call it? To have their back. Just like it's a
I
two-way
love
street.
it. You're not scared of your own shadow. A lot of people are saying that they don't want to comment for the fear of pissing someone. I'm not saying be deliberately antagonistic, but people hire me because I've got an opinion. People hire you, again, you don't want to do anything that's going to mess people up too much. But I like that. We had another hand up a minute ago and they went away and I just didn't write down who that was. It Tammy? I don't know who somebody had another commentary to make about their social media. Come on, guys. It's always fun in the morning getting everyone chatting here. Who else is using social media right now? Okay, Andy K, thank God. Andy, want to unmute yourself and tell everyone who you are, where you are, and what you're using social media for?
Okay, so I am in Boca, in the Boca market at Douglas Elliman, and I am on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, X, and I actually do have a TikTok, but I'm not really using it that much.
Okay. And how much of this are
Yeah.
you feeding? Like Orion was feeding stuff daily here, or
Yeah,
3 times a week.
I try and post 3 times a day.
Try and post 3 times a day. Okay, so that
Yes.
on all these platforms?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So Ryan's
So like
jealous.
Mondays I'll do like my market update Mondays. So
Okay.
I'll do like a couple of posts for different areas in like Boca, Delray, West Palm. I'll do that every Monday, and then on Fridays I'll do like a weekend post, like just like a fun weekend post with like a link to events happening in Palm Beach County. Try and do that every Friday, and then in between just various different stuff.
Okay. And what is that content 3 times a day? What is the stuff that you're putting on there? Just
Well,
I
every
know.
morning, every morning I'll do like just like a one inspirational post, like has nothing to do with real estate, because I think people like that. So
Good.
I'll do kind of like a, feeling good post every morning. That's always my first post. And then like if I'm not posting about the market, like Mondays I'll do the market post, like I said, Fridays I do the weekend post. So in between I'll just do various different stuff, like maybe I'll post a property, or I'll post an interesting article about I don't know, maybe something about mortgages, something about, I get the Google alerts, I'll share certain things regarding South Florida real estate in those posts in between, but I do try and post 3 times a day.
Okay. So now again, I'm going to get you and Orion here because you're both doing the posting. And by the way, I'm trying to start a dialogue, guys. I'm not going to bite, at least not too hard. So please jump in as we see this. Stephen, that means you too. So, have you made an observation about what posts pull more than others? Now we could obviously you could say time, you did it on a Sunday night and nobody cared, but is there anything in it as a general rule in the type of content that you post that gets people kind of cooking? And that's to Andy.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I didn't realize. Yes, yes. So the reels I noticed are really big, and I've gotten a lot of new looks and new followers from doing reels. So I've done you told me about I've been doing this like remix thing on Instagram. So I will take someone else's content basically, and you can do a remix, and you can take their content and you can add a little bit of your own stuff to it. Like I'll put like my name and that I'm a realtor or whatever. And then I will share that. And I've gotten a lot of new followers from doing that. And reels I know are like, people love reels. People are all about videos. They prefer that to just standard stuff.
Okay. Well, Orion, could I pick on you? Have you noticed any content in your 3 days a week? The answer might be you don't, but share with us.
Well,
Anything better than
I will be transparent, totally. Until the 7th of October, I was doing every day a little short reel on Facebook, like a live. I'll be driving down the road, and I turn my camera on my thing on my car and just photograph the road, like video the road, and just say, hi there, this is Orion with the heartbeat of real estate in North Carolina. This is beautiful Hendersonville. Look at the trees, the foliage, whatever it was coming, and maybe putting in some kind of good, like maybe some value, like if I have some information to give, like what month today is for the like safety realtor day a month or something like that. And that catches a lot of viewers, a lot of, and people follow you with that.
Okay.
For the 7th of October, I must admit, I can't get myself in front of the camera. I try, but something switched in me and I'm not able to do so. So I'm trying to bring it back up, but it's kind of difficult.
A lot of content changes because of global events, and mine did too. And I think that's something to consider. People's opinions change on all this. The point that I want to make to all of you now, I'll give you an example of my daughter Sophie. It's not fair. She's 18. She's beautiful. She's 18, and she's a girl, and she's 18. And on TikTok, she put up her college acceptance. And I had to do a double take last night as I was preparing some notes for today. She had 8,200 likes on the post, 53,000 views. And what was this thing that did so well? Because I'm always trying to learn from my kids, which is your college acceptance, jumping up and down about the whole thing. Now, again, it's been a long time since I've been to college. Aton's a witness to that. He's a friend of mine from college. But it's interesting if you could learn to marry the connection between what is popular and your career. If I could help all of you build a bridge into that, that's where we need to go. Now, again, I'm not an 18-year-old cute girl jumping around on Instagram. And by the way, on Facebook, on TikTok, I watched a lot of the other shit that she put up there, and I have to have a talk with her. But that has nothing to do with this meeting. The point that I'm making is content draws. Now, who's heard of the word algorithm? If you haven't, don't be embarrassed. If you don't know, who doesn't know what an algorithm is? I'll be proud of you if you could admit that. Okay, maybe, fine. Half of you don't, I'll answer it anyway. You could imagine an algorithm as a pattern. Basically, there's a certain pattern that we all go through every day. You wake up, you go to the bathroom, you shave, you do your stuff, you're going to go into certain meetings, you're going to do certain things. It usually fires in a particular order. On social media and on computing in general, there is a certain pattern that these things do follow. Facebook and Instagram's parent company is called Meta. And what they're looking for is what are the patterns that people follow more than anything else, because they want one thing and one thing only. They want you to stay. They want all those dates that you see people on, whether it's whirling, and even if it's a good date, they say, I mean, they're just sitting there looking at this stuff. You have been trained. Your brain has been trained to follow this stuff. Somebody's going to say, oh, it's terrible. It might be. That's not what we're here to talk about today. What we're here to talk about today is how you could take advantage of that, and how you're going to be able to see that there's a certain pattern that people are following that you could, once again, marry the news or what's going on with your content. So keeping Sophie aside with her college acceptance, and of course, I'm very proud, but I'm not 18. I'm not a pretty girl. What can we actually do with all this? Well, what realtors try and do is we put just listed, just sold, what the interest rates are, all really, really good stuff. one thing that people are all curious about, who wants to have a guess? Begins with 3 letters. N, A, R. Anyone want to have a guess? Anyone want to have a, okay, it's coming up in
Commissions.
and it has to do with you're getting paid. How about this? Okay. Anyone? What was that, Kenny?
The commissions.
Commissions. Mazel tov. Great. We have that from Kenny. So we know that Kenny actually says, but here's the thing. Not only are you curious about this, but the consumer is more curious than you could possibly imagine. You guys need to get on that now, because between now and August 17th, all kinds of changes. So if anybody says that they don't have the content, you could come up with a daily report. You could go to something like Perplexity, which is an AI tool, and you could type into it to search what is the latest news about the National Association of Realtors commission settlement. And you could make a very simple post every single day that people are going to find interesting and engaging. Because why? Everyone's a yenta. Everyone wants to find out what is going on with this news. Everyone's nosy. Everyone wants to know what's actually happening there. So I think if you're actually looking for content, here's the other thing you need to know. How many times do you see an ad on Facebook? Anyone want to have a guess? Just shout it out. No? Paula, how many things do you see on, how many ads do you see on Facebook? Constantly. Okay,
Constant.
20%. 1 out of 5 things that you see on Facebook is an advertisement.
Right. 1 out of 5.
1 out of 5. So 20% of the time you're looking at ads on Facebook. Facebook, Meta, all these companies, they want to keep you. So you will be elevated if your content is great, like Sophie getting into college, and you will be punished if your content sucks. Okay, now, oh God, I just scared half of you away. Oh, I'm not a content creator. Nonsense. You don't need to worry about that too much. Again, thank you, Daniel, for putting this in there. Perplexity, when you have a chance, click on Perplexity right now. It's in the chat. Save it for later. We'll go over just a little bit about what it is. I'm going to get you in just a second, Paula. But if you look up in something like Perplexity, you're going to be able to type in things like, what is today as far as National Day? You know, they have National Ice Cream Day, National Love Your Golden Doodle Day, National Best Friends Day. They have a different day for everything in America. But, you know, welcome to America, Ryan. I'm telling you, people are crazy here. We do all this stuff. There's always, that's another piece of content that people are crazy about. They like that. You know, anything with pets. People love their pets. I'm sitting here with my golden doodle. Okay. You know, I like her more than anyone. Everyone in my family knows that. Yeah, so that's okay. And Daniel, thank you. The national, what is that? The National Day calendar he just put up there. That's okay. He's letting in on how he's coming up with my content here. So that's good stuff, guys. So you need to click on these things and save them for later. Paula, I'm sorry. You please tell everyone who you are and where you are and how. What did you want to say?
Good morning. I'm trying to wake up.
Okay. Drink up the coffee.
I'm from Northeast Queens, Whitestone area of New York. And I've been absent for a while because my mother has been really, really sick, 94 years old, and I just can't get in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Because I feel so sad.
Yeah.
And I need to jump back in. So what do you suggest I do? Just jump back in? I mean, like they're doing fireworks in this area tonight. I could do something on that. There's so many different things I have ideas for, but never do it. Problem.
You know what? First of all, I'm really sorry about Mom. That really sucks. I've been there. And I wish you and your family peace and well and that. Secondly,
Thank you.
as far as the content goes, you don't have to get in front of the camera. You don't have to get in front of the camera if you don't want. You just have to manage the process. And we can show you that there are things, Daniel, you could put this in the chat, 11 labs where you could clone your voice and do a whole narration over photographs or images that have come online. Andy's already said that she's finding certain trends and certain things that she's actually seen to put up there. Motivational quotes you could put there. We're not expecting you to be Superwoman. We're just expecting you to have something that could actually engage the folks that are online. Let me just give you an example of this in 1 second. I want to show you Perplexity. Give me 1 second here. And this is what everyone could do to come up with content right now. This is Perplexity. It looks like that. Okay. Perplexity pulls from ChatGPT, Anthropic, which is Claude, a bunch of different tools, and it does things lightning fast. Let's just say, what are some trending topics in real estate sales from a seller's perspective?
Is this a free platform?
It can be. In other words, there's a paid version and a free version, and I tell everyone to try this for free. I also tell everyone, you know, I'd like to say before I'll talk to all of you here, I'm getting bitten to death by a duck in my expenses. Everything's quack, another expense, quack, another expense. And I know all of you have all kinds of things that you could subscribe to. Some of these social media platforms are really worth it. If you use it. If not, then it's a royal waste of everything. But let me just show you what we've got going on here. So this is Perplexity. I put in what are some trending topics in real estate from a seller's perspective. And Perplexity is doing a couple things. It's using the intelligence within the AI, but it's also going out and doing a search. And it cites its resources where it actually got this. This came from Redfin. This came from Bankrate. This came from, again, Redfin. So they got different sources. List with Cleaver. I don't know who that is. Rising home prices. New home prices nationwide were up 5.1% year over year, May 2024, according to Redfin data. Interesting or not interesting?
Yes,
Very interesting. This is
Very
great. I love
great
it.
stuff.
I could
Great.
make a newsletter out of this too.
And we're
Thank
about to, Paula. We're about to. So here, you know, I'm going to show you what that is. Low inventory. Housing inventory remains low with only 3.5% month supply nationally. This creates a seller's market in many areas, giving homeowners an advantage. Interesting, low inventory? Maybe, kind of, sort of. Okay. Competitive market conditions. In May 2024, 35% of homes in the US sold above list price. Does anyone have any buyers or sellers that would find that interesting?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
You know, so, you know, we've got, and the importance of proper pricing. I don't know if my team's here. We got somebody who insists to be $250,000 of market value, and they're yelling at us about why no one's made an offer. We got the price dropped. Guess what? Guess what? We're now under contract. So people don't always know. Go ahead, Paula. You had a question.
So if you could go back to the original question, if you can just scroll back up to that question, what was your original question? Like, you have to be specific with this, right?
Yes, you have to be, you should be as specific as possible, but we'll go back up to that question just for you here. I can't see.
What are some trending topics?
What are some trending topics in real estate sales from a seller's perspective? You could do it from a buyer's perspective. You could do it from an international buyer's perspective. For Orion, we could do, are there topics in real estate trending in Asheville, North Carolina? Okay, we could do this with anything, and it's going to take a look. And the answer might be, well, no, this is silly. There's not enough topics. But okay, let's see. Asheville has experienced significant home value appreciation in the past decade, 137.62% increase from 2013 to 2023. Where's Orion? Orion, you find that interesting at all? Maybe, kind of, sort of. So, and it cites where it came from. That's the
Very interesting.
Real estate.
Great.
Okay, so market cooling. For the first time in years, the average sales price of homes in Nashville has dropped slightly. Okay, so that's, feel free to replace Asheville with Dallas, with Austin, with Los Angeles, with wherever you guys are. You could do that. This tool is a great one. Now, let me give you one other thing. This one's for Paula. Paula, we just said rising home prices. I'm going to now take this, copy it, and I'm going to put this in a new file here. Actually, one other thing I could do with Perplexity is something that says, what's this page about? And I'm going to put that exact thing. Rising prices are generally good for, so here I did, where the heck did it go? Sorry about that, guys. Page, what's my page about? And rising home prices nationwide were up year over year. And I've actually put that into another section of this. They build the image for us. According to recent data on Redfin, home prices, and it's giving me an actual blog post now. And it says curated by Edmund Bogan. It's interesting.
Wait, this is making it for you?
This is making it for you. Yeah, so
Yeah,
Ryan.
I'm asking the same question. This is
It
creating
makes
for
the
you?
whole
I
thing.
want this. I
Yeah,
want
me
this.
too.
Of course you want this. And somebody, a client of mine asked me, no, I'm not invested in Perplexity. I don't own it. I have nothing to do with it. I just like to bring you guys things that I think are great. This is great. This is
Wow.
great. So
great.
I think that it's really important that you get to know it, you get to learn it. Let me just go back to it here. And now we could also do some other things like personalize it. You could change sections, you could add sections. This thing is still propagating, so it's not ready for us yet. It's still coming up with the role of housing and inventory. You can make a blog or a post about any one of these things. And okay, so here now it says, can you add media? Sure, why don't we add some media? Now it's given us a little chart there, the impact of rising home prices, and it's actually pulled it from the internet. Here's another one, add another piece of media. And
Can you download this into PDF or something and then upload it to your website or
you
something?
can do whatever you want. You could do whatever you want with it. Oh, by the way, I'm not a lawyer. So, you know, this is a moving target, and you know how these things, it said curated by Edmund Bogan, which is true. Was it written? I haven't even read the damn thing. It could be telling us like kill the world. I mean, I don't know what the hell it says, but I just from my experience, here's another thing that it's offering, the role of inventory prices. So it gives, and it quotes where this is, where did this thing come from? Source. A NAR in St. Louis, 2018. This is too long.
You just saved me hours and hours of work. Thank you.
Okay, so that was the word.
Can you insert a video? Can you insert a video?
You could do anything you want. We could, I mean, again, that's a little bit beyond here. Now here, what about this section? I could say, can you add that this was written by Edmund Bogan of Douglas. Please mute yourself so whoever has noise in the background. Guys, mute yourself.
That's Candy. Candy, mute yourself.
Mute yourself, Candy. This is written by Edmund Bogan of Douglas Elliman Real Estate. Please, please give a pitch to what I do. So now I know that there's enough about me online. It's actually going to look this up. Edmund Bogan, a top broker associate, Douglas Elliman Real Estate, leads the Edmund Bogan team of South Florida from Miami Beach to Palm Beach with extensive experience in the luxury home market. Edmund is a sought-after broker who understands blah, blah, blah. Edmund's expertise. I'm just making sure it says I don't torture puppies or something bad. But okay, so here it's got all this stuff. Let's see if we can add some media. Does it pull? Yes, it's pulled a picture.
There it is.
Picture. Ah, there we go. That's a good-looking chap. How do you like
That's
that?
amazing.
Downstairs,
Right?
and I couldn't sit anywhere because whatever. Sorry, did I wake you up?
No.
I figured.
Okay.
That's Eileen West.
Okay, I just muted her. Okay. I love those hot mics. I'd love to get someone on there. It's like, yeah, I'm watching this guy, Ed. He seems like a real prick. You know, I'd love to get that. But
Ed, would you say that's your go-to out of the subscriptions you have?
I would say that that's a major, I'm on it every day, all day. I'm on that. I'm on the other two as well. Other two. I mean, I'm on ChatGPT all the time, as well as Claude. I'm not using it just for use's sake, guys, and I'm not expecting you guys to do that either. I'm using it with a direction in mind. By the way, that's part of what we're doing in coaching. Here's the gratuitous pitch that I'm giving for myself, if you give me a second. What I'm really trying to do with all of you is find out what you could do that's going to actually dominate a particular area and a particular group of people. It's not for everyone, but it is something that we're able to then come up and get. All of you are starving for content, but just like Dorothy, all you have to do is click your heels together and say, there's no place like home. You want to like the whole Wizard of Oz little thing there, huh? Maybe, kind of, sort of. Okay, Paula, you're very chatty today. I love you, Paula. Let's talk to me.
Yeah, this is very inspiring. How much is for the paid version? Do you remember?
I know exactly. It's $20 a month.
Perfect. It's just like
Funny,
the
but
ChatGPT.
like I said, I'm being bitten to death by a duck. I pay $20 a month for that. I pay $20 a month for Claude. I pay $20 a month for ChatGPT. I pay more for other services as well. I can make images using AI. We're now making videos with AI. I have a goal to actually make a movie. I've always wanted to make a film. I was a film student years ago, and I think I'm going to realize my goal. How do you like that? I really believe the technology is coming up to a point where I've got a film in me, and I really want to do that. Look, that has nothing to do with real estate, but it has everything to do with you and how you embrace content and how you actually position yourself. What I want all of you to do and strongly consider, I live in a wonderful community, 728 of the most magnificent homes in the country. Nah, that's an overstatement. But the point is, there's 728 homes here. This is my farm. I dominate my farm using these tools. So let me throw out another thing for you to think about. If you get your own Instagram account set up for your community, and Andy and I are working on this now in coaching, right, Andy? Yeah, just nod yes. Okay, thank you. So if I've started St. Andrew's members, that's the community that I live in. It is for the members of the community and their adult children. You can't join. Aton, he's a dear friend of mine. He can't join. I won't let him in. Okay. My dad couldn't join. Love my dad. Not that he'd want to. But, the people who live here and their adult children, I've got 250 people in that account. That's powerful. Because remember, these people also get my mailers, my physical snail mail. These people also get our weekly email. Daniel, you're working on our weekly email today, right? Nod yes. Okay, he's doing that. So we've got all of that. We're surrounding people with content. You've heard me say this before, but it's only because it's so important. We need to actually surround a group of people, whether it's an actual physical farm like mine or a theoretical farm. What's theoretical? Theoretical would be that you're going for expats in Orion. You're going for expats that have moved to Asheville. Okay, French Israelis that move to Asheville. I don't know how many of those there are, but okay, we could go to whatever you might be. You could come up with some type of theoretical group of people that you're trying to appeal to. And I think that that's something that people really love, that content. What inspired me the most? A woman who lives here in my community. She's 82 years old. She started an Facebook group. And when I met with her, how many of you have heard of ChatGPT and Real Estate Mastermind? I think a few of you are. So that's something I started. You're on there because this lady told me about this. This 82-year-old lady can't turn her computer on. How is she so? How many people following her group? Over 100,000. She's got 100,000 followers. What is this 82-year-old woman doing? She started a group about bereavement. She lost her husband, and the content, again, the algorithm within Facebook puts you together with like-minded people. Remember when I said that 1 out of 5 things you see are advertisements? They need to keep your eyeballs. They need you. They need you to put out good content, which is why they're going to reward you with people. Now, I borrowed from that idea. I said, okay, how can we make some type of economic success out of this? I tell all of you, I'm in business to make money. I want to sell you on this. I want to sell you on this. I want to sell other people. And it's not a symptom of a disease. I'm an honorable man. Let's take a look at what this is. I'm trying to convince you on a certain level. So how are we convincing people? We created this group called ChatGPT and Real Estate Mastermind. And we put it up there because I know for a fact so many of you are interested in this content. And lo and behold, Brittany took a look at it. Brittany, I'm not going to pick on you too hard. You're brand new here. But Brittany looked at it, she liked it, and then she got further communication from us. And lo and behold, she came here. Now, does today work for her? Is this the end of our relationship? I hope not. It might be. But the point is that now we've got a reason to get together. What's stopping you from doing that in real estate, guys? Short answer is nothing. And I'll show you another example. And some of you have come for a long time, have seen this, and I sound like a broken record. I get it. But I think it's just so important for all of you to actually see. Brittany, can I pick on you a little bit or no? I don't want to, you weren't expecting it.
Yeah, you can pick. It's fine.
Brittany, who are you and where are you?
So my name is Brittany. I'm in Boca Deerfield area. I'm a broker. I have my own office, and it's pretty much just been me for the past years. Been starting to acquire some agents, more like close friends and family that have decided to work under me. So kind of a close-knit office for now. Really just trying to grow the business with marketing tools, stuff like that. So
Okay. Well, good. Welcome. We're delighted to have you again. And social
Thank
media, you look a little younger than me. You look a lot younger than me. That's a compliment, by the way.
Yes,
It's not putting, it's not making you lesser.
Thank you.
You're more than me, I assure you. So,
Thank you.
are you a
Yes,
big
I am
social
on
media?
social media. Yes, I am. I'm trying to make it a point to be on there more every day because I'm not. I do have a toddler, so it's hard, but I am posting on Instagram, on TikTok. I have Facebook, but I haven't really gotten much into it. And I'm just doing like ads, like Google ads, Instagram ads, stuff like that. And then just recently, I actually finally just did a mailer. I did a postcard mailing it out to some neighborhoods. So just trying to do lots of little things here and there to get the marketing out there.
Okay. So thank you for that, Brittany. Again, my methodology, and there's a lot of different methods. It's very direct. I want to, again, and you've heard this me say this before, 4 letters, crap, C-R-A-P. We are realtors. We go through a ton of crap. Okay. Remember the acronym: capture, reward, automate, and plan. Okay. I coined that phrase. I've seen all these great public speakers come up with their own law. I want to be a great public speaker someday, so I came up with that law: capture, reward, automate, and plan. Brittany, you're going to capture your leads. You're going to reward them with some type of content. Okay, we'll see what kind of content it is, hopefully good content. We're going to automate the plan whenever possible. Never do what you could outsource, never outsource what you could automate. Live by that rule. If you want to get to where you want to go, if you want to be among the top producers, all of them do this somehow. They might not realize it, but all of them do this somehow. And then plan. We're constantly in a state of preparation and planning. If you could remember those 4 things, those 4 letters, crap, C-R-A-P, that's what we're constantly doing. How are we surrounding people? I have a touch point for my farm area, which has 10 different resources. I walk into my clubhouse and I'm famous. And that's not bragging. That has spent a lot of time and a lot of money getting famous among those people. I'm not famous on a global scale, but to 1,000 people, or actually 1,700, we got 728 homes. Every single one of those people know me, and I made damn sure that they do, because you can't become Coca-Cola overnight. You can't reach that, but you can be the Coca-Cola brand to a limited number of people. And everything that we're doing from a real estate sales standpoint is to capture everyone in that way. Let me give you one other trick. And again, for those of you who have seen it before, if you're doing it already, thank you. I'm sorry for the redundancy, but I want to show you just how important this is. Give me a second and I will pull up the screen. Okay, here we go. I started, just like Brittany joined the ChatGPT and Real Estate Mastermind, and so many of you have, I started new to Boca Raton, Delray Beach, and the surrounding areas. And everything here is AI, by the way. This image is AI. These women don't exist. And we swap that out every now and then. And we see 7,900 members in here. And we got 11 participant requests. Let's take a look at who's requesting here. This is just in the last 2 hours, somebody requested. And let's see a good one that actually came in. They're asked, do you rent, do you own, or are you planning to buy? And by the way, do you want to get in our newsletter? So this person submitted a post, they're planning to rent. Okay, planning to rent. Here's their email address. So we've got people that actually want to do some type of business. Let me just see if I have a good one here. Homeowner, we have that. We have a different drip campaign for that person. They don't say what they're doing here. Okay, no wins here. I think my team has claimed them. But what we have here is great content from their perspective, new to Boca Raton. So people who are new to this area want this. Brittany, you could do something for your area too. Again, and she's a competitor of mine, by the way, guys. I give it out to everybody. I give it out to, because why? Her success has nothing to do with my success. I'm going to be able, I want you to win. I want all of you to win. But here, every day we get at least 2 or 3 people that post, I'm planning on buying, and here's my email address. Please add me to your newsletter. Who thinks that that's gold? Who thinks that that's pretty damn important, right? Okay, not as important as the sellers, and we've got other patterns that we could follow for that too. But what you got here is a tremendous opportunity to be able to captivate people based on content that you know they are going to like. I know that that's appealing to people because it's like talking about the weather. It affects them. So again, Andy and my other coaching clients, we do need to work on that. If that's part of your marketing plan, we could certainly get that out there. Social media is huge. By the way, how much am I paying for those people to come in? That's a 0. That's a 0. Okay. Oh, look, I have the little hearts there. I like that. So $0. It cost me no money. It cost me time. It certainly cost me money working with Daniel. He's not free. He's worth every penny, but he's not free. So the point is that there is efforts that have to go on with it. But if you start to take a look at it from a critical standpoint, that's where you really need to be. Guys, that's the story. We're going to certainly get to more of these things as this goes on. Do we have a topic for next week yet, Daniel? Can you unmute yourself and let everyone know? This is Daniel. He's like the greatest guy ever.
Hi everyone. Yes,
Yeah.
we
I
have.
hate speaking in public, but I'm going to make him do it anyway. What's the topic next week?
Building a strong value proposition for buyers.
Great. So we're going to build a strong value proposition. Again, these topics change. They come from you. So speak up. Let us know what you really want, what you really, really want. We'll do it. Wants, needs, and brags. This is the time in the meeting where we get to talk about what you want, what you need, and what you'd like to brag about. It's a great. Okay, Paul just jumped right in there. Paula, tell us what you want.
Okay, so what I'd love for you to do is a meeting on how to do a video on AI.
Okay.
Teach me.
Okay, teach me. I'm doing this. It's trial by fire.
Right.
We're doing this now, but yes, we will address that. I'm going to address these things as separate meetings because not everyone's into it. So we will have separate scheduled meetings for this. Eitan and I are working out the schedule and how we actually do this. But yeah.
Yeah, I do learn a lot from you. So thank you so much for this.
Thank you.
And the other thing I should just offer to everyone is that I've started to really try to do a regular newsletter in print and mail it out to my database. And I said, you know what, I could send these to, because I have these, beginning of the year, we did the calendar magnets and they all went in different businesses. You leave it in a business and in a holder. So I did that with the newsletter too. Leave it in the, in the business and people take it. It's about the market. But this is gold because it takes me so long to write the newsletter. I had help in the office from a young guy. And this is great. So thank you so much.
So I will be having breakout meetings and how it's presented, but on actual content generation and how to actually do it. It's going to be more of an extensive meeting. Again, this topic is just so huge. It's impossible for me to get into depth with even an individual meeting. It's difficult to, which is why, again, coaching is pretty important. But we'll talk about this. Orion, hi. You got to unmute.
Hi. Yeah, a quick question. A little while ago, I met another realtor from Los Angeles who moved to North Carolina, and she's not practicing. And I was asking her, how did she build her business? And one of the things she did, she made a flyer, a 3-way flyer, where she would actually put her, hi, I'm the realtor in your area, blah, blah. Give a little bit of a recipe of something, like how to make chocolate brownies, and then get maybe 1 or 2 professionals like a plumber and an electrician to join and advertise them in there. And she posted it out like farming out. Okay. And she got business out of it because people would keep that flyer because, oh, there's a recipe here. Oh, there's an electrician here. Maybe I will need it in the future. Something. And it's a kind of a campaign that you retain. You're not throwing away another postcard about somebody who wants to sell me a house. And I'm just curious, do you think that AI can help create that kind of 3-way flyer?
Of course.
Perplexity or ChatGPT or?
Yes, yes, and yes. Any one of them can. It really just depends upon what you really want to do. I mean, you could definitely, we could create an editorial calendar. where from this month, it wasn't as received as well as I thought. And it was received, but it wasn't as, I thought there would be more fanfare. Again, and I always talk about successes and not so great. This month was 10xing your month within this. Every month we want to 10x our month, but I make a theme for the month because I want everyone to see that theme and go for it. And, you know, we don't have a theme per se for July. We'll make it. Again, I'm experimenting with these things. The difference between me and anyone else is I tell the truth. I'm telling you that we don't always have the exact boilerplate for what's going to go on. The one thing I do know is that we're far better off working to build something than not. We're far better off trying. You know, who is the best coach? Who is the best sales trainer? I once asked someone who owned a Sandler sales training company. I don't even know if Sandler is still in business. And I said, so I guess you think that Sandler method is the best. He said, no, actually, I don't. I think the method that you use is the best. That's the thing. I never forgot that statement. And I say the same thing about Rain Nation. If you guys want to do something immediately to affect your business, you hate cold calling, make one call and connect with one person today. That's it. Just one. Oh, but Ed, what if I bother? Bother them. We're professional botherers. Get over it. If they yell at you, it's only going to hurt for a second. I promise you. I see people just make one phone call. That's it. If you really want to try and incorporate that into the business, if it's not incorporated into the business, I can introduce you to 5 people that have made $1 million a year selling real estate in 5 extremely different ways. So if you absolutely hate it, if you think it's like poking holes in your eyes, then don't do that. We could find another way for you to grow your business. But anyway, okay, Daniel put that up. If anyone else has other stuff to say, please jump in a moment. I just want to share with you the members mapped, and we could take a look at, this is the Rain Nation members that we have. So if everybody's looking to different parts of the country, there we got Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, and we've got up here, Nancy Warren. Everyone knows and loves Nancy in Vermont. And we got different people here. We got Patrick in Indiana, and different people in different spots that have just been added recently to the map, and some that aren't. Toy, she's in the group. Andy, look at Andy. We got Andy here in the map. So if you're curious about that, Daniel put that up in the chat so you could see. A lot of people are asking me for a database. We don't give just a database of everyone as a spreadsheet. We don't want people to be spammed, but I understand that people want to see who's in there, and I think that you should. Deneen, are you still there? Deneen Kearns? You got to unmute.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, we used to start a group for the club and let the members, first of all, tell everyone who you are and where you are, and then what you meant.
Good morning. Oh, I was responding. I'm Deneen, and I'm from Newport Beach, California. I was responding to Lisa. She was saying that she'll get spammed or booted out of her club that she joined. And I said, if she does something like what you do, where you just start the group with the group name and let the people, you just have to kind of talk it up, but let the people join it. And you're not necessarily recruiting them, but you just let them know and let them join. They can't stop you from doing that.
No, that's a great idea, but I would suck at content.
We'll use AI.
Did you guys learn anything here? You're not going to suck. You're not going to suck because it's not even created by you. What making you not suck? That's Aton. We're going to change the name of the company. Okay, we're going to call it to Join Us. You Don't Suck. That's going to be the new thing. YouDon'tSuck.com. If that's probably taken. But, you know, and Aton posted this. Aton's my business partner. He lives in Portugal now. He's a wonderful, I love him like a brother. He's a fraternity brother. And he posted up there, if you're not yet a Rain Nation member, it's in the link here. Please click on it. We've got a 30-day free trial for you to subscribe and come back to this. We have meetings 6 times a month, 4 times a month on Wednesday mornings at 9 a.m., which for people like Kenny and Deneen, it's a real nosebleeder, really early in the morning. But we also do twice a month at 12 noon on Fridays. And now, as I was saying to Paula, we are adding more breakout sessions and more content. The more of you that join, the more resources I'm able to buy and bring in. Did anyone see Maria Babayev last week? Did anyone come to that meeting? She was good, right?
Yeah.
Interesting lady, like one of the top agents in the country. and we're getting.
Yeah, I actually really look forward to meeting her on the Zoom. It was great because I get her emails, and she's a top producer.
Yeah.
Somebody to emulate.
And you know what? I spoke to some other people who said, well, a top producer would never share their tricks. Here's the thing. I tell you everything. You know why? Most people won't do it. And if anyone wants to go head to head with me and beat me, what happened to fair competition? Whatever happened to that? I think there's nothing wrong with it. The top producers that I know make it very clear. You could hide everything under intellectual property or try and run away and not let anyone see what you're doing. But you could also realize most people suck. Most people don't do what they need to do to grow, but except for you guys.
Yeah.
You're here to actually learn and actually implement stuff and grow. Don't be jealous of your competition. They worked hard to get it. And if they didn't work hard, fine, they suck. Let's hate them. But the point is, you could really learn an awful lot and go and grow. Last question here from Orion. We do need to wrap it up. You got to unmute. Yep.
Just one little question.
Okay.
This is my first time here on this Zoom meeting and hearing everybody and meeting everyone. Do you also do, like, between all of you guys, referrals, like, hey, I know Ryan in North Carolina and I've got a client who is wanting to move there or something like that?
The people who've been consistently here, again, I don't sell it as a lead source, but there's been many people. Terry Robeson, I don't think he's here right now. Eddie Glantz, who's in your neighborhood, has done 4 or 5 deals through this group. You know, we've got actually Eddie's here. He's all quiet. Deneen, you're raising your hand.
Yeah, Orion, where are you in North Carolina? What's your city? You should add that to your title.
Yeah, okay. Asheville, North Carolina, Western North Carolina.
Okay, great. That's super. Yeah, I send referrals all the time to people.
Yeah,
They're
but
leaving
again,
California.
that is a byproduct of how people see you. Again, and I even say that to Eddie, who's your competition here. He's worked hard to build the relationships. If you build the relationship with the people here, you know,
absolutely.
Does it happen every now and then? Oh, I got someone for you. Yes, but that's not what I'm selling you. Nor do I think that's the reason why you should join. I think what you should do is you should join this because it's a consistent, affordable coaching marketing program. I mean, it's really, if people want to engage and do a lot more with me, you know, there's a lot of other services that we offer. But for the monthly subscription, I just suggest that you take that link that Eitan put up there. Here, I'm going to post it again, and sign up, and we can maybe Daniel will put it up, but you know, and then you can see for yourself what the value is. And feel free to call anyone who's in the group. Hopefully they'll say I'm nice. Some of them might say I suck. I hope I don't suck. I like being nice. Okay, guys.
The big teams in LA all have a dedicated social media person that works probably 24/7. But I don't know. I mean, if you're subscribed to Peter Hernandez, the Element Western Regional President, he's got over almost 300,000 followers, and it's great for realtors for one, but also what he does. I mean, it's just great. But I was going to put a couple links of some of the agents on the West Coast, and you can take a look and see what they do on social.
Peter Hernandez, as thank you for mentioning it, Kenny. That's actually a very good example. He's a legend in safe to say legend, right, Kenny?
He is a legend. He's been in it for 50 some years. I've known him for 40 probably. Yeah.
And he's a surfer dude, and he's a great guy. And he has something called the Core Truth, which he puts up, and it's got a ton of followers. But guys, I don't want to leave the meeting letting everyone think that you need a ton of followers. As I pointed out with the St. Andrews members Instagram account, that has only 250 people, but there are 250 people that really, truly matter and matter to my career. I make no bones about it. I am in this to give good content with the hope that I can make some great relationships and make a living, not a symptom of a disease, guys. You know, like I loved making money is one of my 3 favorite things. Okay. That's
I love it.
It's true. One of my 3 favorite things, making money. So, and it's not a bad thing. Unethically sucks. I hate those people that are thrown out of this meeting routinely. I throw maybe 2 or 3 people out a year who have just proven to be like bad. But all that said, I hope you choose to give us a try. Thank you all so much for coming. If you have questions, definitely give me a buzz. I'll be reaching out to some of you as well. And Terry's not here, so we're not able to. Usually Terry Robeson sings us out, so we're not going to be able to do that. But I hope to see all of you next week for another exciting episode of Rain Nation. Oh, hold on. Eitan said connect with other members using Community Hub. Yes, Eitan, who's our technology end of this, has worked really hard on rainnation.com. You could take a look, REIGNATION. You could jot that down. Eitan, maybe you could put the link in the chat there. So you should check that out as well. We've got an archive of the videos, past meetings, if you want to watch the Maria Babaya video, all this great stuff. And that's it. I'm talking too much. Good to see everybody. Sign up, and I look forward to seeing everybody next week.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Have a great week,
Edmund.
guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Edmund.
Thank you so much.
Take care,
Have
guys.
a good one.
Thank you. Bye-bye.